A whispered name in forgotten timberlands, in the thick backwoods of eastern Tennessee and western North Carolina, especially in deep forest corridors between the Unicoi Mountains and Cherokee National Forest. Hunters and locals speak in hushed tones about something they call the beast of bears. It's not just a bear, they say. It's something older, something that kills bears, not just kills. Shreds them, leaves carcasses partially eaten, torn open at the chest, and drags full-grown black bears up into trees. The first time most people hear of it is after they find a bear corpse, split like a fish. Yet no gunshot, no arrows, no known animal signs. Officially, there's no record of such a creature. But unofficially, rangers, trappers, Cherokee elders, and backwoods survivalists, many agree. There's something in those woods that the apex predators fear. 2. Origin of the name. The phrase, beast of bears, was first documented in 1948 by wildlife surveyor Calvin Briggs, who wrote in a report for the Tennessee Forestry Division, found remains of 2 adult Ursus americanus, black bear, flayed open along sternum, skull of one crushed, claw marks far too large to be bear-on-bear violence. Locals blame what they call the beast of bears. No known animal matches the signs. Briggs included photos in his report, but the file was later marked lost. Transfer to State Archive, 1952. None of the photographs were ever recovered. Physical description. Descriptions vary across decades, but patterns emerge from credible sources. Height, 8 to 10 feet, when upright. Build, thick, heavily muscled upper torso with bear-like mass, but elongated limbs. Head, canine-snouted, but with a flatter, broader skull. Some liken it to a lion's mane, fused to a wolf's face. Eyes, often reported as green or amber, with a distinct forward-facing gaze, suggesting predator, not prey. Hair, coarse and dark, with a ring or ruff of thicker hair around the neck, resembling a mane or fur. Collar. Behavior, nocturnal, hyper-territorial, and almost never vocalizes, except in low, moaning growls. It moves both quadrupedally and bipedally, with some witnesses claiming it walks on 2 legs, only when stalking prey or observing humans. Indigenous roots, Cherokee warnings. The Cherokee people have long spoken of an entity known as the Yonatsul Kalu, translated roughly as the bear that isn't. It was said to mimic bear tracks, but walked like a man appear in times of imbalance, or when humans disrespected the land, drag off both game and hunters and never leave blood. Some elders say it was a guardian spirit, others a cursed beast, a bear that tasted human flesh and walked the other way into the dark. In 1921, anthropologist James Mooney recorded a Cherokee oral history about a man-sized bear with the hunger of 10 wolves who was hunted with fire, not arrows, because no bone would hold it. Sightings through the 20th century, A. 1953. The Kettle Ridge Incident. 3 black bears found dead near Kettle Ridge, Tennessee. One had its skull removed, the others disemboweled. A ranger named Joseph Harwell documented large clawed tracks that started in a thicket and ended mid-trail, as if the thing launched itself into the air. He later reported being followed for 2 miles by heavy, 2-legged footfalls. B. 1974. Lost Hunter Report. Unicoi Mountains. A skilled hunter, Dale Morrick, went missing. Days later, his dog was found mutilated but untouched by scavengers, lying next to a shredded sleeping bag. His shotgun was snapped clean across the barrel. No human remains were ever found. Locals claimed they saw a tall, dark figure on the ridge at sunset the night he vanished. C. 1996. Trail cam footage suppressed. A ranger in Cherokee National Forest allegedly captured thermal footage of something massive and bipedal approaching a bear carcass. The bear had been killed with a crushing blow to the rib cage. The footage, according to internal park rumors, was confiscated during a joint investigation with federal wildlife authorities. The ranger was quietly transferred to a desk job in Knoxville 6 weeks later. Behavioral profile and ecological impact. Cryptozoologists and wildlife experts who've studied the beast of bears hypothesize that if it were real, it may be a relic predator species possibly tied to Arctodus simus, the giant short-faced bear of the Ice Age, Canis dirus, dire wolf, or an unknown hominid carnivore hybrid. It is likely solitary, with an enormous territorial range. It preys primarily on deer, wild hogs, black bears, and occasionally livestock, but kills more than it eats, suggesting behavioral dominance rather than hunger. The beast of bears appears to remove other predators from its territory. Black bears, cougars, and even coyotes have reportedly vanished from areas where sightings occur. Modern encounters. In the last 15 years, a few credible reports have emerged. 2011, a wildlife biologist near Tellico Plains, Tennessee, found what he described as a bear skeleton with its spine compressed like a crushed soda can. 2018, campers near Watauga Lake reported seeing a massive upright animal tearing apart a wild pig. When it turned toward them, it seemed to understand it was being watched. 2023, a retired park ranger anonymously reported to a cryptid investigator that a creature that kills bears is still out there and should not be messed with. Explanations and theories. 1. Misidentification. Skeptics suggest that misidentified bears with mange, low light, and fear-induced distortion could explain sightings. However, this does not account for the destroyed bear carcasses or bipedal movement. 2. Escaped genetic experiment. Fringe theory. Some fringe researchers claim the creature may be the result of Cold War-era biological testing, hybridization between apex predators. No evidence supports this, but stories persist. 3. Relict species. The most plausible theory among serious cryptid researchers is that the beast of bears is a survivor species, unknown to modern science, territorial, intelligent, and mostly nocturnal, existing in the vast unexplored zones of southern Appalachia.